Oh, you've got to feed your baby. Oh, look. That's nice. Usually a bench across the street if I've in my hometown, I believe. Biggest problem of unions. I remember Matthew is about 60 years. No one knows or cares about them. Yeah, that's a shame. You never know who comes after. And that's my worry. Right, this baby's got to poop. So, can we make a toilet? Babies can't really use toilets. I mean, babies have, like, pooping privilege. They can poop wherever they want. How come sex is still going to be conservative? Yes. Yes, very likely. So, what's happened is a load of his government basically said, like, we're resigning our ministerial jobs. So they weren't giving up being conservative, so they were just giving up working for him. Unless he resigned. So he has said he's going to resign, although I don't think he said when yet. So then there's going to be a leadership contest, and there'll be a new leader of the Conservative Party elected, and he will, or she, will be Prime Minister. And that's not a vote that most people will have. It's just going to be Conservative Party members who are going to choose that. It would need a vote of no confidence from the whole of Parliament to have a general election, but the Conservatives would never vote for that. Like, they don't like Boris, but they don't want the whole government gone. They just want him gone. Pedro here, now that I resigned, we need a new Tory leader since he voted Tory once. I am not interested. Wait, no, not as a Tory. No, thank you, Smugcat, no. Are they competing to be the most charismatic or the most evil? Why not both? Why hasn't that been built? Maybe they didn't work at night time. I think we'll refill their attribute bars before bed. They can be overworked if jobs cannot wait. Right, okay. I don't really want to overwork them though. What my Riff is doing is no. He's actually really surprised me. He's kind of just checked out. He's kind of just reached a point where he's like, yep, everything is shit. What can I do? That's it. Consider seeing if you can land a gig as a science minister. It's worth a try. Bojo tried to be the most relatable. Did he though, by like quoting the classics in his speeches and stuff? Maybe that's his idea of being relatable. That baby's unhappy. You vote my brother for PM. My brother, I love him, but I don't think he'd be a great Prime Minister. All the Clanfolk are sleeping. For the best sleep, we need a dark, quiet, warm room with a roof. Clanfolk will remain asleep until sunrise, but they may oversleep if too tired. Too soft. No, he's an anarchist, so if he got any position of power, he would immediately dissolve everything. He does not believe the British state should exist. Clanfolk will remain asleep until sunrise, but they may oversleep if too tired. Clanfolk will try to refill their attributes before starting work in the morning. Speed up time to make night pass more quickly. Okay. Kind of looked like the one mate who got wasted, wandered off with a random sag, but still showed up for Barbie next morning. Is that the impression you get from Boris? That is not the impression he gives me. He's indeed. Dissolve the UK. Well, it might happen. But we cannot dissolve the UK before these Scottish Highlanders have gone about their day. I guess we could. If this is medieval, we're not part of the UK. Ignore me. Look at him. Cleaning and drinking from the same space. Lovely. You say looks. I would disagree on his looks as well, but that's fine. You'd make a great PM. You have no understanding of what the job is or how to do it, so you'd sit quietly and do no damage. I think, like Hazel said, it's... I don't know, I didn't want this to turn into a political stream. I guess it's kind of inevitable with all of the news that's going on. Marjorie needs a doctor. Why? You'd also dissolve it and rebuild from the ground up. Yeah. You have a former Japanese PM. I did. I don't really want to talk about that either. It's kind of depressing. I want to play video games. Do I not like talking about politics? Not really. I talk about politics like more off stream. I don't like to during stream really. I want to play video games, wait till our Clanfolk have a referendum for independence from her control. Ava Frey, the English Queen. Oh no. Can you get raided? I don't know actually. I don't think there's any combat, but I'm not 100% sure. So we still haven't made our threshing. I wonder if that's because we don't have enough space in our stockpile. Do they need to take materials from the stockpile to the building site? Hey, bargain bin. How about your Scottish? How about them Scottish farmers? The Vikings will arrive. Maybe, maybe. How much do or did you know about this game coming into it? Nothing. I'd never heard of it before I read the email this morning. And I looked at it and I thought, that looks like RimWorld. I liked RimWorld. Let's give it a try. 2 hours you have to deal with roofers because you live in the Midwest and however is biblical. One of your shingles went on holiday. Well, I hope that they get it sorted for you. I had to deal with roofers a while ago. They were quite nice. Getting fancy again, getting early access. I know, I know. I got emails from quite a few people about games now. I end up not doing a lot of them because they don't look like my kind of thing. And it's quite common. I guess this is just a thing, but it really winds me up. I get quite a few emails from people who are like, hey, we're doing this. give us a price to play your game, to play our game, and they want me to put in like a bid. That's probably a really normal thing, but I don't know what my time is worth. I don't know what a normal price is. So, which is probably why they're doing it, right? Because they know that people will lowball. You got a sponsorship from the best game in the world. Yes, I was going to go through with a sponsorship for Raid Shadow Legends. But in that contract, they had a clause where they wanted me to say this is a really great game and stuff, like regardless of my true opinion. And they had a little section, I put it in my Discord, they had a little section of like example things they wanted me to say about it. Fuck that, no. Greyhound Girl cannot be bought. Not for the price they were offering anyway. The price is a bacon and egg sandwich. Oh, is he making... No. Don't know anyone who plays Raid. You should pay them to play Diablo Immortal. Hey, Oni. Raid Shadow Legends. I know one person who plays Raid, and he says he's never spent any money on it. But people must play it. I don't know though, because the gaming world is kind of split, isn't it? Between like, you've got your hardcore gamers, and I'd include myself in that, who have like a PC or a PS5 or whatever. We're a minority nowadays. Like, most games are mobile games. And most mobile game players don't ever, or don't even have a PC that can play games. So stuff like Diablo Immortal, it got a lot of shit for, rightfully, for being exploitative, like with its business model, but it's made a ton of money, hasn't it? Don't you know other streamers that have the kind of offers? I have asked. I do have an idea of what my time is worth. So the thing I've heard is you take your average viewer count, and it's basically one average viewer is $1 per hour. It's like a base going rate. So there was a game a while ago that I was asked to play, and I put in a bid and I said like, I'll do $100 for 2 hours. And they came back straight away and were like, yes, that's great. So I think maybe that's a bit low, because they didn't try to negotiate me down. They were just like, yeah, sure. So maybe next time we'd go higher? I don't know. The raid offer was much higher than 100. But it did come with the we want you to lie kind of thing. I've just realised a problem with my thrasher. I need straw. And this is hay. There's a difference. Don't think it's supposed to be a bad game for marketing. For Raid, I've heard the same about Diablo Immortal. Like, it's not a bad game. It's just the monetization system is bad. Well, it's not. It's worse than bad. Let's say you have 100 average you cost $200. I don't know. $200 when you have 100 average viewers seems low to me, but I really don't know. You've been asked to offer a salary request over and over, you flat refuse, you say you're hiring me, you make an offer. That's kind of how I feel about it. Like, if you want me to do it, you should give a price, shouldn't you? But I don't think that's how it works. Being careful with your language. You don't have to be. You don't have to be. 2 hours for 200, you'd take it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. My average was 50 and I put 100 in. But 50 viewers is a lot less than 100. But it doesn't, to me, as a streamer, like it doesn't scale in the same way, if that makes sense. Because 100 viewers is much, much, much harder to get than 50 viewers. So I feel like my time was worth more. And it's not just the average, because for every average viewer you have a whatever amount of unique viewers. Which is going to be way higher on 100. I don't know. Companies here ask you to make an offer so they can pay lower rates to some people for the same job. Yeah, I think that's definitely true of why these companies are asking smaller streamers to put in an offer. I'm sure they don't do it for the big ones. Depending on how much you want to alienate your audience. Alienating your audience. Well, like taking sponsorships alienates them, you mean? That's for 1k. Flatmate Dave said that. He said, like, just put in a really ridiculous request. Are we paying in the link? Yes, we are paying in the link, washing in the link, and drinking from the same link. Don't worry about it, it's just Scottish things. It's not exactly 2 hours more. It is more. You have to set that up. You lose followers when you do a raid sponsorship. Like, I've looked at people's streams statistics when they've done raid and they always lose followers. How do I get straw? And also it wasn't just a case of, hey, we want you to play this for 2 hours, because they want you to stream your normal stuff beforehand for a certain amount of time to get your viewers up. Because they know that if you just start with raid, people won't go. So you're only being paid for the 2 hours, but you're not only doing 2 hours. Having 2k a best offer. What's your best offer? That's, yeah. Somebody like did a raid sponsorship and lied to me, you'd be like, yeah, whatever. The thing is though, I wouldn't be able to tell people that I was lying, because included in that contract there was a lot of stuff about, like, you can't talk about the contract. They wanted me to submit my tweets about it, they wanted my VODs, they wanted, and then in the contract as well it was like, you can't talk about this for a year. Oh well, you know, it's void. I don't know. I'm doing okay. I'm not desperate for money. I'd rather have integrity than lie to you all. Even if it did come across that I was lying, I still wouldn't feel comfortable doing it. You understand? I completely understand why people are doing it too. Like, people need to live. But at different things, it's not sounding very restrictive. So there's different kinds of contracts. So from what I've seen, there's contracts which just have incentive payments. One streamer took the piss. Yeah, maybe because I don't know, because I'm smaller, or maybe they aren't that strict about enforcing it, but I didn't want to risk it. But there's some, I think probably the bigger you are, the more kind of leeway you get. I know there's some which don't give you any money up front, and they just give incentive payments. from what I've seen, those contracts are less restrictive as well. And this one was paying me up front. It wasn't just giving incentive payments. It was like, here, we'll give you this much. And then if you hit these targets, we'll give you extra. I don't know. I know a lot of people were telling me I should do it, but I just wouldn't. I don't want to. What I want to get is straw. Clear reeds for straw or grasses for thrasher. Process of thrasher for seeds and straw. But I can't make a thrasher because I don't have 20 straw. Who cares why it works? You've never paid money until you've played it a while. The game sucks, the advertisements don't mean anything. So companies like Raid, they operate on like a whale system. So the vast majority of people won't pay, but there'll be the 1% or even smaller than 1% who will pay a lot. So you'll have people on Raid who have spent thousands, tens of thousands probably, and it's very... whales aren't going to be the ones drawn in. You never know. All it takes is one person. Like, on an average stream, I'll get like 350-ish unique viewers on a good one. A good 50 to 60 average viewer stream. All it needs is one person out of that 350. Don't feel comfortable. Sell us your feet pics instead. I'd rather do raid than sell my feet pics. We've made a thrasher. Fact, people who are prone to just bunking other money on a game is troubling to you. I mean, if they can afford it, if they want to, I guess good for them. I don't get it myself, but yeah, it just feels kind of exploitative. Not a lot of whales for go to a game within a genre and recommendations of each other. Maybe, I don't know. It must, unless No Infinity is right and they aren't making money. It must work. Why else would they do it? Clanfolk uses a thrasher to convert grasses into seeds and straw. And I'm not a marketer, so there's a lot that I don't know. But a lot of marketing isn't marketing to make you see the game and go, I'm going to play that game. It's just to get the name in your head. So if you're... I mean, everybody knows Raid Shadow Legends because of their advertising strategy. So the next time you're scrolling through your phone and you're bored and you're looking for something to play, if you see Raid Shadow Legends, you'll already know it. You'll go, well, maybe, you know. I don't know, but it must. I feel like it must work. Like it only says 303 million. They're doing something right from the money-making point of view. And Diablo Immortal is another one, like, it got a load of bad press. But they still made a ton of money. A ton. And still are. And the bad press, to some extent, probably helped. Hey Pepple, how are you doing? So for Thrasher can cut grass. A lot of other games made hundreds of millions and didn't advertise. Yeah, true. Very true. Click to process grass into seeds and straw. Okay. Hay seeds, black seeds. So flax is animal feed. I've been near flax seeds when it was, or flax plants when they were pollinating, and that set my hay fever off, like the worst I've ever had. Do not like flax. Hay seeds are for growing grass or feeding livestock. Flax stems are used to make linen, straw, harvest reeds on the shoreline. Now one batch of grass is being processed. Sometimes you want to maintain a constant supply. Straw is often used for crafting, so let's click the auto supply. Okay. So you can set the threshold for what you need. So it's telling us to set it save as 100. Sure, go on then. It's possible to boost the priority of most jobs. Boosted jobs are picked regardless of Clanfolk skill ordering. Priority boost. So you can set it so it's higher than others, or you can set it on boost so it will always be done. Right. Okay, to blueprint. This is refreshers for required work skill farming. Farmer Clanfolk will hold bundles of grass. To refresher for processing, refresher supplies straw. For building and seeds for farming, straw is flammable. Some animals will eat seeds. Okay. An eel trap. Let's get some eels. Eels are a reliable source of fish, if not overfished. 20 straw, 5 branches. Method for getting a pretty girl's attention is to jump into a chat and complain about your room. Hey, if it works. Buy eels, for eels, with eels. Eels, eels, eels. So we need more branches. Gather them branches. You get a grey. It's the most unusual Minecraft mod. Yeah. Yeah. So I really loved Minecraft, but I don't know if Minecraft is a good game to stream. Yeah, there's is it paling or paling? Paling? A place to store fruits and vegetables off the ground. Paling. It's Scottcraft. So does storing stuff on the ground make you lose it faster? I don't think I have any food. Oh, we've made an eel trap. We have unlocked eels. Congratulations, you have invented an eel. I need to build a house, don't I? I don't have the ability to build a house yet. Hay is needed. Clear reeds for straw. Grasses, so let's just set all of that to be cleared.